What's up, everybody? Welcome to the New York Yankees Watch Along here on the Sports JEDI Network. Your hosts for the past 4 years, of course, of the Bronx Bombers Strike Back. New York Yankees Watch Along, BX Sports JEDI Kev. Happy Saturday afternoon. Opening week for the New York Yankees. They get a victory on opening day. The back of Carlos Rodon's pitching, a little dicey for Devin Williams, but the Yankees come victorious with game one. Game two, a newcomer to the staff. Max Fried will tap the toe against an old friend, an old lefty that we know and we love, the one and only Nestor Cortes, taking on the New York Yankees. Let's get ready to go. Let's rock and roll. Salute everyone that's watching us on all the different platforms. Let's go Yankee baseball. If you know how we do, if you want to see the game, come on over to the playback. You get to see the action. Playback now allows us to show the Yankee games as well. So please, if you're on the YouTube network, no problem. Come on in YouTube. That's no problem. There's no corona. You can listen to me. I'll do the play-by-play. Let's check a look and see. Oh, Chris is in YouTube. What's going on, Chris? How are you? Good afternoon, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Only difference that I'm not going to have is the strikeout whistle. I'm not going to have the ticker to tell you who's the batting order or all the graphics. It's just you get to see the game and you listen to me, the play-by-play via radio type of deal. But you can see it on playback. You're able to see everything from the ballpark, every balls and strikes, every play, every Aaron Boone gum chewing in the dugout. And this is one thing now, I was on the fence of doing a lot of Yankee games, and I might still not do a lot of Yankees. I might do sprinkle here and there because I'm starting to see the same crap that I saw from last year with the New York Yankees, changing the lineups now, doing this, taking a dart, putting it on a dartboard and throwing names, and wherever it lands, that's the lineup. And I want to see some consistency. I want to see something different from the New York Yankees. Now, here's the Yankees. Let me give you first the visitors lineup. It's going to be Churios in left field, Yelich behind the designated hitter, batting second. Behind the plate, Wilson Contreras, batting fourth, the first baseman, Rhys Hopkins, batting fifth, the right fielder, Frelick, batting sixth, the shortstop, Ortiz, batting seventh, the center fielder, Mitchell, batting eighth, the second baseman, Vinny Capara, batting ninth, Turang, the second baseman. Of course, Nestor Cortes is the starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers. For the New York Yankees, here it goes again. This is something that drives me crazy, that kind of pushes me away from this team, is the one and only, the way they changed the lineup. Goldschmidt is going to lead off. Yes, Paul Goldschmidt. Cody Bellinger. It's batting second. Batting third, Aaron Judge. Batting fourth, Jazz Chisholm. Batting fifth, Anthony Volpe. Batting sixth now, Austin Wells. I understand why you move Wells because he's the catcher. And, of course, he shouldn't be leading off to begin with. But still, that's another question, another argument for another day. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Reyes. He's a rookie. I don't know nothing about this kid Reyes, so we'll see what it is, what he does. Batting eighth, Jason Dominguez. And batting ninth, Trent Grisham. I know you want to have a good defensive outfielder, infielder, especially with Max Fried. You got to have a strong left side of the diamond because he's a ground ball pitcher. There's some contact. And if you're the New York Yankees, you want your best possible defense. But the lineup construction, could we be a little consistent? Could we not be flipping and flopping? And then you wonder why we struggle. Those are the type of things that this organization, Aaron Boone, I've said it again. He's one of the reasons why I kind of don't want to. I'm not really fully 100%, 1,000% invested in this team. I don't trust the manager. I hate his managerial skills. But I'm a Yankee fan through and through, and let's get this victory for Max Fried. What's going on? We got Chris. Oh, Chris, next time when you're off, you'll let me know. Austin is in the chat. Want consistent lineups too. I'm frustrated when he shakes it up. Yeah, because you don't get you play. What is that we always heard about Major League Baseball players from they're creatures of habit. They want to get into a rhythm, a routine. Wade Boggs ate chicken before a game. Some folks slept a certain way. They have routines. They have regimens. They kind of a little bit OCD or compulsive disorder. When it comes to baseball player, borderline. And they want consistency, knowing you're going to be either low or bat second. You know where Bernie Williams was fourth. Tino Martinez was going to be fourth playing first base. It was Paul O'Neill. You knew where these guys were and where they were going to play pretty much 90% of the time. With the Yankees, it's all over the place. Ethan, what's going on? What's going on? Ethan joining us in England, and we're about to start the game now. Of course, Yankees in the home pinstripes. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing even better. Thank you for guys that are joining on different places. Austin says Cashman in the front arms, along with Boone, deserves the blame for this inconsistent lineup. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because even with Joe Girardi, to a degree, they kept things a little consistency. They kept it a little bit, they didn't heckle and jive, too much compared to what we've seen here in the last 8 years under Aaron Boone and the Cashman combo. Now, it's not about that. It's a new season. Let's think about what always, and we don't want to seem like we're harping on negativity. No. But at the end of the day, I've been watching baseball for 40 plus years, and it's still three outs per inning and 27 outs per game. It's still the same. I know there's a different way of skinning the cat, but it's still the same. The game of baseball, you still got to get 27 outs. That's my whole gripe here. All right, so we're almost ready to go, man. I'm ready for first pitch as Max Fried warming up here. Debo mode, no running first. Let's go. Brent, what's going on, Brent? Brent, if you would like to watch the game, you'll be able to check it out with us on the playback. We could watch it on the playback apps. Steve, yes, Brett Gardner's son passing away. We spoke about that on opening day. The food poisoning in Costa Rica. Wow, that is something. 14 years of age, man. He was just getting in his baseball career. All right, we're going to see Max Fried. Hopefully he doesn't get fried on the mound tonight and he gets a good game. The Yankees, this could be the Yankees' possible ace going forward with Gerrit Cole gone for the season and maybe for the foreseeable next 3 years. All right, here's it is. Bellinger in left, Grisham in center, Judge in right. You're going to have Pablo Reyes at third, shortstop Volpe, Jazz Chisholm, Paul Goldschmidt, and Austin Wells behind the plate. All right, Churrios ready, Fried ready, and the first pitch. This one, first ball swinging, right to Fried. One pitch, one out. If you're scoring it at home, it's 1-3. So, man, Churrios was 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts. He was swinging. He was getting his money's worth. Caputo, what's going on? Caputo says Yankees losing Soto is going to hurt them in the long run. I won't get over that. Here's Yelich. The first pitch to Yelich takes a ball outside. 1-0. Yelich went 0 for 4 yesterday. Fried, ready to deal. He takes the sign, comes to the set, and the pitch. Just missed 2-0. I know we talked about Soto departure. Boy, he had a rough one in Houston already. The pitch, 3-0. Yeah, one thing that the playback has to get a little more sharper, the consistency. It tends to skip and pause on my end, and they're feeding us this. The 3-0. He walked them 4 straight pitches. Well, good to hear those familiar voices from Paul O'Neill and Michael Kay. All right, 1 out, 1 on. We'll bring the catcher Wilson Cortes, who went 0 for 4 opening day. The right-handed hitter. Max Fried, the left-hander, checks the runner. He throw over to first. Just got back. Remember this, that the rules still imply you could throw the baseball twice to first base. If you throw the third time, you have to pick off the runner, or it will be an automatic balk. All right, Max Fried checks the runner. The pitch. There's a strike. He gets ahead of account 0-1. All right, Max Fried. Looks at the runner. The pitch. There's a strike. He's ahead of the count 0-2 with a high sinker. That looked like a heavy sinker. The way it just threw it and the way the catcher Wells caught that 0-2 to count. All right, Max Fried ahead of the count. Let's see if he's going to make Cortes. Nope, up high. He wouldn't chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes. These days with pitch count and the way Buffon and the Yankees like to go to the bullpen, there is no time for waste pitches. Not like the old days. You had a couple of waste pitches here to see if he chases. You really got to go after these hitters these days. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's setting the catcher, and there's a beautiful curveball. Struck him out. He just awesome. I got to do this by whistle because I don't have the machine anymore. All right, 2 outs now. We'll bring up Rhys Hoskins, and that was just a beautiful curveball. It was from 12 to 6 on the outside corner. It was painted beautifully from Max Fried. All right, now here's Hoskins and the pitch to Hoskins up high. 1-0. Hoskins went 0 for 2 on opening day here. He was mic'd on ESPN. We heard him speaking some in the interview. All right, Fried checks the runner. And the pitch. This one, line drive right to Golpe. That takes care of Golpe. All right, no runs, no hits, no errors. They leave 1 man on, and now the Yankees come up to bat. Here on Sports Jedi Network Playback, we ask you to come and check it out. Come watch the game with us and hear it and see it. And we want to hear from you. We want to hear from everyone in the chat. We want to hear everybody watching along. We want to hear everybody viewing the game today. What do you think of this? What are your expectations and your enthusiasm of the 2025 New York Yankees? We know that the Yankees come with some question marks in 2025. Who will be an ace for the Yankees now that Gerrit Cole is out? Will the pitching hold? Will Luis Gil come back strong after that lat injury? Does Devin Williams have the moxie to be a New York Yankee closer? And do the bullpen hold up? Do we take the bullpen for granted? There's a lot of different questions, and I know it's a lot that I'm throwing out right now, but there's a lot of Yankee question marks here. Does Paul Goldschmidt, and he's going to be leading off, does he have a bounce back year? Can he turn back the clock 2 years from 2 years ago? Could Cody Bellinger play over his contract looking for a new extension? And I think that benefits the Yankees because you want that because you know he's going to have a big year. Is he going to be the American League nightmare, Cody Bellinger? Those are questions that I want to hear your thoughts. Do they feel the absence? I know Caputo thinks so. Do you think that he's going to be missed, Juan Soto? Does Jazz Chisholm makes that next leap and bounce step up? And we already know he's going to solidify second base with his defense. But offensively, is he going to be a 5-tool player for the New York Yankees lineup? Austin Wells, is he going to take that next step? Runner-up American League Rookie of the Year. Anthony Volpe is in a crossroad. Who is Anthony Volpe? Do the Yankees need to look for a shortstop? Does he move Volpe to second base? It's a lot of different questions. Who's going to play third base? Is DJ LeMahieu healthy? But that's why 162 games will start answering those questions little by little. I know that was a lot of a handful there, but again, we have time to fill in between the innings. So that's where if you get my drip. Here's Cortes against Goldschmidt, the pitch. First ball swinging, and this ball is hit in the air to left center field. Back at the track, at the wall. She's gone! The Yankees back-to-back games with a leadoff home run on the first pitch, and the Yankees take a 1-0 lead. How about that? Wow, it's Austin Wells. Now Goldschmidt. Wow, Rocket, let's go. Wow. Welcome to the New York Yankees, Paul Goldschmidt. Here's Cody Bellinger. And the pitch. This one is hit in the air. It is high. It is far. It is gone. A home run. A back-to-back and a belly-to-belly as the American League Nightmare Cody Bellinger unleashes one. Whoa! Let's go. 2-0 Yankees. Oh, baby. I got to clip this. Wait a minute. I forgot I got these clip situation here. Here's Judge. And the pitch. This one is, it is high, it is far, it is gone. A back-to-back-to-back. All rise. Aaron Judge enters the home run party, and the Yankees take a 3-0 lead. Oh, baby, the Bronx Bombers are back. Holy moly, let's go. Wow. Pinch me. Pinch me. Somebody's got the cheat code. Up, down, left, right, BA start. Someone's got the cheat code. Holy cow. Have you seen this before? Wow. And they're letting it breathe because the pitching coach comes out to settle down the nerves. There's a pitch to Chisholm for a ball. 1-0. Wow, the Bronx Bombers. And the 1-0. There's a strike. 1-1. I got to put this on X. I got to put this on X because, my goodness. This is the Yankees making history. First time they hit back-to-back first pitches, leadoff home runs, and then back-to-back-to-back home runs to start a game. And the 1-2. This one is foul out of play. Strike 3. Chisholm takes a call. Strike 3. 1 out. Backwoods K. Wow. I gotta put this on X. All right. Volpe takes a ball outside. 1-0. The pitch. Up high. 2-0. Nestor Cortes a little wild. Can we make it 4-0? Oh, Rocket wants more. Absolutely. I do want more too. Cortes, I believe too much bleach blonde in his hair. And the 2-0. There's a high strike. 2-1 to Nestor. Cortes ready to deal the 2-1 pitch. There's a strike on the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. The Yankees with a 3-0 lead here. It is the bottom of the first inning. Nasty Nestor ready to deal the pitch. This one is slowly tapped. Nestor fields. He's going to fire. Throws in time. 2 outs. If you're scoring that at home, is 1-3. Man, that was Judge just crushed it. They keep showing the replay. And Bellinger didn't even get to sit down. He says, another one. Oh. I thought that was Jimmy Fallon, but no, that's Austin Wells. Here's Wells. Speaking of that Jimmy Fallon look-alike, outside 1-0. Austin Wells started the party yesterday. First pitch home run to the short porch. Cortes deals outside. The pitch. This one in the air to left field. This one going back to the warning track at the wall. She's gone. Austin Wells sends one up. It's in field, and the home run party continues. Austin Wells sends one to left, and the Yankees have 4-0 lead. You can deposit that one. Let's go. This just continues. This is beautiful. What a rough start for Nestor. Here's Reyes. Pablo Reyes takes the ball outside. Elsewhere does it again. Plus the 3 MVPs hit. Oh, wait a minute. Good point. Austin put a great point. The 3 former MVP hit consecutive home runs. Insane. I don't know. That's a trivia question. I think that's the first time in Major League Baseball history that 3 former MVPs hit home runs consecutive in the lineup. Great job. The 2-0 pitch. There's a strike. 2-1. That's insane, Rocket. Insane. Don't forget, please share. Let everyone know what's going on. The 2-1. Just missed. I don't think Nestor comes out for the second inning, guys. I think that's all for Nestor after 1 inning of work. The pitch up high. Walked him. So Pablo Reyes is on. Now Jason Dominguez, another guy who could take Nestor deep. Boy, isn't this ironic? The last time Nestor Cortes took the mound at Yankee Stadium, that was exactly what was served up, home runs. The grand slam, to be exact, from Freddie Freeman. Now the Yankees getting their revenge here. The pitch up high for a ball, 1-0. Dominguez in on the plate. So history-making afternoon here on a Saturday. 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Cortes with 23 pitches, 4 home runs in the inning, first time in Yankee history. A lot of history being made here by the Bronx Bombers here in 2025. The 2-0. There's a ball, 3-0. Cortes deals the 3-0. Up high, he walked him. So Nestor's really struggling. Back-to-back walks now. 2 on with 2 outs. 4 home runs, 2 walks. And Grisham to the plate. And Milwaukee's still letting him out there. So he's the sacrificial lamb early here with 25 pitches. Pitch count-wise is not bad. It's just he is not getting anyone up. Everything is up high. I've noticed that all his pitches are elevated for Nestor Cortes. Now the athletic trainer's coming out. Maybe they think there's an injury. What's going on here? So the trainer's out. Maybe he has maybe he's got a damaged ego. I don't know. I like Nestor Cortes. One of my favorites. I used to tell you guys before for the past few years, Nestor Cortes, he gets the ball, he pitches, he didn't linger. Give me the ball, I'm ready to throw. He was one of the fun ones to do watch-alongs for when he was with the Yankees. So I'm a big fan of Nestor Cortes. But man, hey, he's not wearing the pinstripes right now. So let's beat him up. Here's Trent Grisham, the number 9 hitter. So the Yankees have put all 9 batters to the plate here in the first inning. Grisham ready to deal. Here's Cortes, the pitch. There's a call ball. I mean, the umpire isn't helping him either. I mean, that was a borderline ball up high in the zone that caught the black, but he's not giving them the high strike. So 1-0. And the pitch. This one foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the broadcast is making a good point. You put Grisham was a left-handed hitter against a left-handed pitcher. At times when you have the opposite, you don't play Grisham, but you got to get Grisham some at bats. So this is a good point here to put him here against a Cortes. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. There's a strike. Grisham is. I don't think the Yankees looked at it, the matchup lefty on lefty. I think they want their better defense out there with Max Fried. I think it did takes more the pitcher and the ground ball and the kind of way Fried pitches to contact more, and you want your best possible defense out there if it makes sense. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 runners on. Cortes checks on the runner. The pitch. This one in on the hands, and it will go into the seats as a souvenir. It's 1-2 the count. How cold is it in New York? Oh, it's at 78 degrees. Beautiful weather in New York. 78 degrees. My goodness, that's a great day for a game at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. In March, you guys are lucky in New York. So enjoy it. Because over here, we're at 80 plus degrees and we're already at 80 in Florida. So it's normal. It's a normal Florida day here. The 1-2. There's a call strike 3. So the nightmare inning is over. However, the Yankees get 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors. They leave 2, and the Yankees immediately take a 4-0 lead on an incredible afternoon to start. Wow. What do you guys think out there, man? Wow, this was great. That's an inning for the ages. I'll tell you that much. Excellent. All right, we're in a commercial break as I do a little checking on X, make sure everything is good, as I could upload that video now. Please don't forget, if you're on YouTube, please hit the like button. Steve felt like, have you ever seen so many back-to-back home runs in anything like that? I mean, I know you've seen a lot of baseball between me and you, my friend. I don't. Wow, that for the way that was dynamic, the way the Yankees came out. Yeah, that was something. Rocket is enjoying the afternoon here. Caputo, Austin is Chris. I want to hear from everyone in the chat. So let's go. Let's go. What an inning. What an inning. What an inning. I'm still like, wow. All right, Max Fried throws the first pitch for a strike. Here's Frelick, who takes a call for a strike, 0-1. Frelick is 2 for 4 yesterday's game, and this one's slowly chopped. Let's see, it's gonna be a tough play. Goldschmidt fields and could not underhand, so that should be an infield hit for Frelick. So that was a jam slow roller. There's a call strike to Ortiz. Joey Ortiz, he was 2 for 4 yesterday. And here's the pitch from Fried. This one slowly chopped again. A lot of softly, and they're going to say foul. So that's what you're going to get from Max Fried. Those type of dribblers, soft tap, soft stuff. That's a good thing because that's why you have to have your defense, top-notch defense. Wait, we have a little bit of a controversy here. Hold on. There's a slow dribbler when Ortiz runs and the ball hits him on the shoulder while he was out of the batter's box, and he is out. So he is out. Good call there. I did not catch that. Man, that's if you're the Brewers, you're like, oh my God, what else could go wrong? One out. Here's Garrett Mitchell, the center fielder, takes a curveball in for a strike. Good command there by Fried. Mitchell went 0 for 2 yesterday's game. One out here. So that's an unassisted out for the catcher because that's so the catcher was the closest to the play. If you're scoring it at home, you put 2-2. One ball, one strike. And if everyone, I just let everyone know I do the score and I keep the scorecard always. That keeps the game going. If you're one of those people that are watching baseball for the or say it's a little too slow or could be a little bit boring, all those narratives. There's a ball outside 2-1. One thing that gets the game going more, or you feel more involved with the game, a scorecard. A simple scorecard, and you just could take the outs. You could either do pitch count if you want. If you want to go dab deep, immense into it, certain things like that. You could do all those little things to keep you invested. There's a strike, 2-2, and you don't find the game too boring. I know, but that's more work, but it's fun. Scoring the game is fun. I find it fun. As a baseball manager, coach, I used to do that. The scoreboard, the scorecard, all that stuff, the scorebook. To me, I like that. It makes the game easier for me, more enjoyable. The 2-2 just missed 3-2. We have a full count here with a runner on first. Let's see if he sends the runner. They like to run, these Brewers. Fried looks, throws over to first. He was thinking the same thing as me. The pitch. This one hit him. He's got his hand, so he got a hit by pitch. So there's another little controversy here. It's tough to tell there on that replay. Let's take a look at the replay one more time. He's making an attempt of the swing, and it hit him. It hit him, guys. Oh, here's Vinny Capra, 2 on, 1 out. Now he's 1 for 3. He had a home run. The one hit was the home run in left field, and the pitch. There's a high curveball, misses 1-0. The pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. Got him with another curveball. So he's taking curveballs. He's feeding him a lot of curveballs, all speed stuff to Capara. He's trying to get that ground ball, trying to get something in front and turn 2. Wow, 75 years. He checks the runner and the pitch. This one hits the line the opposite direction, and it will go foul. 1-2, just a loud strike. All right, Fried ready to deal the 1-2. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball up the middle, and that's a base hit. Let's see if they send the runner. Fried around third, and he gets one back. So Capra with an RBI single, and he got first and third now with one out. That's a good inning for the Milwaukee to answer back after the Yankees just making it look easy with the home run. Another curveball that stood in the middle of the plate too high, and he ripped it right up the middle. All right, now lefty. Here's Terang, who could run. And the pitch. There's a strike. It's first and second, not first and third. First and second. The pitch. Curveball. Good block there by Austin Wells. So the double play is still in order for Max Fried, who loves to pitch to that soft contact. Fourth in a row, record consecutive home run. Evan Roberts of FAN does all Yankees in there. Yes, he does with the scorecard. Yes, I'm not too deranged like him. The 1-1 down low, 2-1. That's a good way, Steve, to get you go. If you find the game a little boring or slow, this gets you because it gets the scorecard keeps you occupied. You're writing, you're cleaning things up. You know, if you have pencil, pen, whatever, pitch count, you could put as many pitches per inning, and you can know the pitch count. You don't have to wait for the broadcast to tell you those things. Here's the 2-1 down low, 3-1. And only that, you could also, at the end of the game, keep it. Then when the next game starts, you know what they did the prior to, and it's so much good information by keeping score. The pitch, this one's slowly grounded. This might be two. Here's one, and back to first. No, that skips hops away, and a run's going to come in to score. Mitchell scores. That costly mistake there. That's a fielder's choice for 6, but that's a tailor-made double play. Again, that's what we talked about, the Yankees defense. That's why you have to have good defensive players out there when Max Fried pitches, because you're going to get a lot of opportunities for double play. And then, of course, yeah, they should have just had the fielder's choice. That was a slow-moving double play. That was slowly developed, but a run scores on the eve 6. And line drive, there's a base hit down the right field line. Judge spins, turns around. Terang will go to third. And just like that, 4-2. And the Orioles, Milwaukee, that was the former Oriole that went from first to third. So Churios, who was 0 for 6, and he got a nice a hanging breaking ball in on his hands, and he lines it to right field. And here's Mac Blake having a conversation to settle down Max Fried. I think Max Fried is leaving his curveball a little too high. He's been throwing too much curveballs here. I understand he's a soft ground pitcher who's going to have some contact, but you have to mix or the location of that curveball. That was not a bad curveball location. It was in on his hands on Churios. Churios just lines it hard the opposite direction. He got a good swing on a terrible, or he would, the location of the pitch was a good one for the pitcher, but it was just the hitter was just desperate. That's just baseball. Here's Yelich. There's a strike. That was a sweeper, but it looked like another curveball there. 2 outs, 2 runs are in for Milwaukee. Yankees up 4-2. Runners on the corner. There's speed on the bags. The pitch. This one in on his hands again. 0-2. So we get the first two strikes, 2 out horn. Here's the 0-2. Just missed up high. 1-2. Crowd wanted it, but that was nowhere near the strike zone, fellas. Cortes on deck. Yelich versus Fried. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. This one slowly. Right back to Fried. Fried fields. Throws. And that's another run score. The throw to third. He's safe. So the Brewers scored another run. And Yankees a little bit imploding in on themselves. E1. Yankees making a couple errors. And we talked about this again. Not to sound like a broken record or redundant. This was soft contact here. Max Fried throws this one away. He led Goldschmidt away from the bag. And Fried is so mad, he's upset with himself. So that's an E1 and a run scores. And just like that, Milwaukee has not hit a ball hard other than the Churios inside out. And they have 3 runs to show for it. And the pitch. Up high. 0-1. 1-0. Yeah, Rocket. Just like that, the Yankees just smashed. And just like that, Milwaukee hasn't hit anything hard. And they're right back within 1. So Nestor Cortes must feel relieved. Not fully, but relieved that he's just down by 1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Max Fried, normally a good fielding first baseman, for a pitcher for his position, he kind of rushed it a little. I got to get that to a little bit of adrenaline. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I thought this was going to be a fast-moving pace game. This looked like it's going to be one of these long afternoon games. One, 2. Jose Ventura. What's going on, Jose? Max Fried is selling it. By the way, how you doing, Jose? Everything going well? Hope you're doing good. Thank you for joining us and writing in the chat. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. A stolen base. So, hey, that's what Milwaukee has to do these things. Push pressure, now run. A single, believe it or not, a single will give the Brewers the lead. Right now, the most important hitter is Wilson Contreras. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. The inning comes to a conclusion. Yankees has 3 runs. Brewers 3 runs on 3 hits. No, Yankees put 2 errors and they leave 2 on. So we play 2 full innings. 1.5 full innings. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Excuse me. Man, crazy. That is so crazy. Nothing was really hit hard. Everything was soft. Some errors. Volpe, I don't know. He should have just not thrown the baseball. Get the fielder's choice. Although that's a tailor-made double play, but again, that's when those two guys with Chisholm and Volpe have to get together. They'll work that out with some chemistry as more games go into the season with each other. That's going to get much more cleaner, and that's what Max Fried is. He's the type of pitcher that where you're going to get some contact. Your defense has to be sharp and so forth. And Max Fried himself didn't help himself making that error, throwing that ball away from the bag from Goldschmidt. Jose says 3 more homers, please. You know what, Jose? I second that. I want to see some more home runs. Let's go. My home runs, let's go. I want to see some home runs indeed. Definitely. All right, so the Yankees are going to lead it off. Speaking of home runs, Goldschmidt will be leading off, followed by Bellinger and Judge. So the Yankees will bat again. Now, don't forget, if you're listening and hearing us, you can watch the games with us on the Playback app. The Playback app allows me to show you the games. You can watch the Playback app in our chat while watching and chatting with us on the Playback app. The video, the stream or the link is in the video. If you look at the video description on YouTube, it's going to say Playback. You're going to see Sports Jedi Network. Click on it, and you'll be able to come right to the Playback. Is totally free. It's just like YouTube. It's just our other platform where we do Knicks basketball games. We do live content here, and you show the live content while you watch along with us. And YouTube doesn't really give us the freedom to show anything to show up. So rather than watch me sitting here and giving you a description, you could actually watch it with us. Here's the pitch to Goldschmidt. Although we appreciate you listening and watching along with us and participating in the chat. We really appreciate it. Thank you. But I'm asking if I'm also providing a other experience by watching it as the ball is down low 2-0. Also, don't forget, you're home of the WWE. Of course, we do all WWE, all professional wrestling, TNA, AEW. We, of course, have it here on YouTube from reviews to breakdown and then the watch-alongs on the Playback. We showed yesterday's SmackDown in the afternoon, 4 o'clock. We were live showing you the SmackDown from the O2 Arena. We'll be back on 3 o'clock for Monday Night Raw. On Mondays, of course, the 3-0 pitch. There's a strike, 3-1. And then UFC with my son Austin, who breaks that down with the UFC card coming up from, and the 3-1. And there's a leadoff walk. All right, so Yankees putting some base runners on. They're trying to get those 3 runs back. Here's Cody Bellinger, the American League nightmare. And the pitch. This one, first pitch swinging, pops it up. Capper's there to makes the play. So it's popped to the third baseman, P5. Here's Judge, who homered his last time up. All right, now here's Judge against Cortes. The first pitch, there's a strike. Man, that was another one. If that was a pitch that Judge could have smashed, but I understand you want to take pitches because you want to get free a little bit of a blowout there. I get it. The 0-1, down low, 1-1. The 1-1. There's a strike inside, 1-2. I doubt they'll send Goldschmidt, not a fleet of foot. The pitch. Grounded. There might be 2. 1 on the first. No, that gets away. So both teams throwing the ball in the dirt. That's just the beginning of the season type of jitter. That's a Judge reaches on the fielder's choice. And he'll just trade positions there with Goldschmidt. You're scoring it as 5-4, fielder's choice, as Goldschmidt is erased. Here's Chisholm with 2 outs, runner at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Chisholm was trying to get into the home run party. That was a huge swing. The Bohemian native. Strikeout victim his first time up. Cortes deals. Misses on the outside corner, 1-1. Didn't miss by much. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 4-3 Yankees. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Took something off of that one. 1-2. That was a nice slider. They call it a sweeper, but it felt like a slider on the outside corner. Big sweep. The pitch. This one hit on the air to center field. And this one is going to be a base hit. Judge on his way to third, and he slides. He's in there. So good job there by Chaz Chisholm. Went the opposite direction and just fell. And then he gets himself a double. So a 2-out double now. Yankees got runner at second and third. Beautiful job by Chisholm. And good job on Judge, who read it. And, of course, with 2 outs, you always going. Little leaguers, whenever you see that, whenever there's 2 outs, any contact, you're hustling and running out no matter what. You don't take anything for granted. And Judge makes them pay and gets the third. Here's Volpe. Up high for a ball. 1-0. Fundamentals. It's always fundamentals. Up high. 2-0. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Foul tipped into the glove. The 2-1. 3-1. The 3-1. There's a strike. So the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. This ball is in the air. If it's fair, it's gone. It is high. It is far. It is gone. A 3-run homer, Jose Ventura. And the Yankees get those 3 runs back as the home run party. Anthony Volpe gets in on the action. His second of the year. And the Yankees strikes back with 3 runs of their own. Now they leave 7-3. All right, here's Wells. There's a strike. Wow, 5 home runs. That Volpe just got the cutter inside on him. This one misses from Wells, 1-1. Rocket, okay, let's go. Yeah, you got it. We got it right back there. There you go. You ask and you shall receive. This game is wild. Yeah, Rocket. A wild game number 2 between these 2 teams. The 1-1. Down low. 2-1. My goodness, what a crazy game. This is awesome. This is awesome. Here we go. They're showing the replay of the home run. Tony, what's going on? This is crazy. The Brewers, after the Knicks play the Bucks. I know New York and Milwaukee. This is in New York, Milwaukee type of back-to-back days. The pitch up high as he walks him. Juan Santana, what's going on? Yankees are going crazy. Thank you for participating in the chat, Juan. Bienvenido, salute, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here on a Saturday. Again, if you would like to see the game, you're more than welcome to see the game with me as well on my other platform on the Playback TV. We got Tony in the chat, of course. We got Reyes. We got a 2-out walk. Pablo Reyes and the pitch. Pablo Reyes fouls it back out of play, 0-1. God bless the pinstripes. Good weather in New York, even better game. Yeah, that's almost 80 degrees in New York. I mean, that's great for March, the 0-1. This one grounded slowly. Field throws across the diamond and digs it out of the dirt for the final out. So, however, the Yankees, man, they get 3 runs on 3 hits. And they leave no one on. And, of course, we go now to the 3rd inning. 2 innings in the books. It's a 7-3 wild affair at Yankee Stadium from the Bronx. Holy crap. Yeah, you're welcome, Juan. You're welcome. Again, you're welcome. Appreciate you guys. And thank you for everybody who's watching us on Playback on X. What's up, X? Thank you. Rumba, you guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys joining us here. And what a crazy game with the New York Yankees and the Brewers. And it's only 3 full innings. So the best is yet to come. I mean, for Max Fried, we want to see a quick settle down inning. The Yankees said, you know what? You had a hiccup. We had hiccups as a team, making a couple errors. Now we're going to settle things down. Go pitch your game. Hopefully we're going to play better defense, and we're going to get right back at it too, and we're going to get back to the plate. So a quick 1 to 3 innings, a turnaround inning for Max Fried. Hopefully that's what the doctor ordered, and we could say that was a quick inning. Yankees come back to, they're back at the plate trying to get some more runs on Nestor Cortes. All right. If you're new to my channel, thank you for joining us. I do watch-alongs, a lot of watch-alongs from Yankee baseball, of course, Knicks basketball, Rangers playoff hockey coming up soon, New York Jets, Giants football, MMA. Either we review it and we do the watch-alongs from UFC Fight Night to pay-per-views. You now, with one thing about it, on YouTube, you get to go to Playback and watch all these events, as well as WWE, of course, AEW, NXT, TNA wrestling. So we definitely ask you to join us to be part of our channel and feel the force. All right, here we go. All right, Hoskin versus Fried. First pitch in there for a strike. So we're on our way. It'll be Hoskin, Frelick, Ortiz, and Mitchell if anyone reaches. Milwaukee trails by 4. And the pitch. Quickly 0-2. He's ahead of the count. The 0-2. Check swing. Did he go? They'll check the... No, he did not. 1 ball, 2 strikes. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Fried ready to deal. The 1-2. This one swung and a miss. Struck him out. Swinging. One out. Here's Frelick. The pitch to Frelick. Almost hits him. It did. Another second hit batsman by Fried. And those are all soft curveballs. He's not throwing any fastballs. There's nothing intentional. It was a soft curveball that just got away, didn't break. And of course, Frelick, it was a hanging one where Frelick just chicken winged it a little bit. 1 on, 1 out. Here's Ortiz. And the pitch. There's a ball. 1-0. The 1-0. 2-0. He's behind in the count here, 2-0. The pitch. Here's a strike. 2-1 now, the count. This is where I missed the StreamYard app to put a little bit of music in the background, but that's okay. 2-1. 3-1. And you can't put certain type of music due to the fact you're on YouTube. They don't allow you play. You got to play YouTube safe type of music. So we'll get it there once the season starts growing out. We'll get a little bit of some type of YouTube approved music, or have my son make some music from. And the pitch, he got a couple of tracks for me too, but I got to get the Bluetooth speaker out and all that. The payoff pitch, grounded, right to third. Pablo Reyes did not. He's safe. They just got the force. Ooh, that was close. I thought he was gonna be safe too. So Ortiz reaches on the fielder's choice. Oh yeah, no, good call. Good call. He got him. I looked at kind of close, but it wasn't. All right, so here's Mitchell. The throw over to first and just got back. Ortiz. That was a nice move by Max Fried. What Yankees could use a pitcher with a nice pickoff move since Andy Petty, although Cortes had a nice one too. Wow, that was a close one. Very nice. Fried ready to deal the pitch. And the pitch up high. The pitch, this one in looper, there's a base hit. So a 2-out single for the center fielder. 2-out base hit. You got first and second with 2 outs now, with Vinny Carper coming up. All right, now Capra versus Fried. Fried looks at the runner. The pitch to Fried, and there's a ball up high, 1-0. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 2-0. He's falling behind here. Now he's thinking if he doesn't get this guy here, do you have to have a conference with Austin Wells? Let's see the 2-0. This is a big 2-0 pitch. This one swinging in the center field. Grisham's there to make the play, and the inning is over. So no runs, one hit, no errors. They leave a man on, and we go to the bottom of the third inning. Yankees up by 4, 7-3. So for the Yankees coming up, it will be Austin Wells, Reyes, and Dominguez coming up. All right. Don't forget, you guys, if you want to watch the game, we have the pass. I'm going to put the link right now in the chat. And let me. There it is. The link will be in the chat there, and I'm going to pin it as well. There it goes. All right, we're going to get ready for the next bottom of the inning. And, of course, an all-inclusive cruise from Cape Liberty, New Jersey. There's a pitch outside to Jason Dominguez. So I did say it wrong. It was Dominguez, Grisham, and Goldschmidt. Okay, there you go. 2-0. Cortes is still out there. Cortes at 59 pitches. They're going to let him pitch this. Dominguez swings and fouls it off. 2-1. You got it, Rocket. Now you got to let me know in the chat if you could see it. Make sure you're able to see it. If you can't see it, you got to let me know. I got to give you the switch it over for the pass. Swing and a miss 2-2. I think you'll be able to see it. The pitch down low. So it's a full count now to Jason Dominguez, who's leading off the inning. This one is foul back out of play. And I know every Yankee fan or everyone Yankee expectation, they want to see Dominguez really excel. I don't think there's a Yankee fan that really wants to see Dominguez fail. Everyone wants to see him succeed so much. The payoff pitch. Up high, ball 4. So not bad. Dominguez on base 2 at bats in a row via walks. That's something you want to see. You want to see the young kid relax out there, have some fun, not put extra pressure. I think, we know that everyone wants to see the fan base is so behind this kid that anything he does, we want to celebrate and accentuate. So hopefully he doesn't put that extra unnecessary pressure on Dominguez. All right, so Cortez's day is over. If one they make a pitching change, I definitely. All right, so they're going to be a pitching change. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to be right back 2 seconds while they make the pitching change. Don't go anywhere. So as we get a commercial. All right, I'm back. All right. All right, we get a pitching change. They go to the bullpen for the Milwaukee Brewers as Cortes' afternoon is over. Man, he wants to turn the page on that one. Not a good start for Nestor Cortes. Let's see who the Brewers bring out. Brings another left-handed pitcher. Thomas Connor. And the pitch. There's a strike. Wells takes it. Ask Grisham. That mustache, guys. The mustache. That's the second time I did that. I did that yesterday when he came in for a defensive replacement. I kept calling Grisham Austin Wells. It's that handlebar mustache, that thick Tom Selleck type mustache. The pitch. There's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, I can't believe how nice it is in the Bronx today, weather-wise. The 1-1. This is the opposite line drive, base hit down, and nice hit. Good piece of hitting. Dominguez will go to third. So first and third, that's what the Yankees got to do with this young team that they have. When there's a ball in the gap and time like that, you have to be able to go, the ability to go to first or third, and Grisham with a good piece of hitting. And against the left-handed hitter. So some good at-bats against the lefty for Grisham, and Grisham just slaps it the other way. And this was a hard slap the other way, like it. Left center field. First and third now. Here's Goldschmidt. Has a chance for an RBI. Look to add. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. Goldschmidt is 1 for 1, a solo home run on the first pitch of the game, and a walk. Thomas ready to deal to Goldschmidt. The pitch. This one in foul out of play. 0-2. That was a nice healthy cut for Goldie. Let me put myself over here. The 0-2. Just low inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Ouch. It hit him. Hit by a pitch. So the bases now are loaded now. Nobody out. Now, that's not a retaliation. As before, everyone thinks that, the Yankees got hit by 2 hitters, and that just was a breaking ball that got away. In on the wrist, though. Let's take a look on that one. A forearm. It got him on the forearm. This right here. So bases loaded for the American League Nightmare, Cody Bellinger. We got a quick mount visit from the pitching coach. And a pitch to Bellinger. There's a strike on the knees. on the outside corner, 0-1. All right, Yankees got the bases loaded. Rocket, Juan, Jose, or here we go. Look at some more runs. The pitch. There's a strike, 0-2. If you're wondering, Cody Bellinger has 8 career grand salamis with 95 RBIs and a 791 OBS, but he's a 238 average career versus with the bases loaded. This one's grounded, and there's a base hit down the right field line. No, foul. He called it foul. He pointed the wrong direction. I thought he pointed fair, but it was the opposite, foul. It was a foul ball. I caught him when he was making the motion, the pitch. This one up the middle hits him right in the butt. It's a base hit, RBI. So the ball hits him on the tuchus, and it ricochets away, and the Yankees way. They 8-0. RBI for the American Nightmare Cody Bellinger, and the bases still remain loaded. And here's Judge with the bases loaded. Judge is 1 for 2. He homered, reach on the ground on a fielder's choice, came around to score. Yankees up 8-3, looking to really bust it open here. Here's the pitch. Down low in the dirt. 1-0. Here's the 1-0. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup away. 1-1. They're playing fiend. Just come outside. Rack it up. Let's go, Jose. Let's go. And the 1-1. Ooh, umpire was going to call that a strike. He thought about it. He rocked 2-1. He changed his mind. 2-1. Yankees up 8-3 with the bases loaded, no one out with Judge. And the pitch. This ball is in the air to right. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Grand slam time as Aaron Judge brings down the hammer, and the Yankees extend the lead. Add 4 more to the pot. 12-3. Oh, baby. All rise. Here comes the Judge in grand style. Yeah. Oh, Rocket. Called it, baby. You did call it, Jose Ventura. By the way, if everyone other than in the YouTube app, on Playback, X, Twitch, Rumba, in the YouTube app, Jose Ventura called it, and he got it. So good call on the prediction. Awesome job. Oh, there's a strike to Chisholm. Wow. Judge, there you go. Curtain call. Chisholm almost swinging for the fences. Fouls at 0-2. Wow. So the captain coming through. Yankees up 12-3. Oh, Yankees here. What an afternoon. The pitch. Outside for a ball. 1-2. The Jazz Chisholm. As Chisholm wants to come out in this party. The pitch. This one's chopped foul. Here's the 1-2. This one hit the opposite direction, and it will go foul. About 10 feet away from the foul pole. The pitch. High five. This is deep. It is high. It is far. Jazz Chisholm jizzes it all over, and the Yankees go back to back and a belly to belly. Oh, the home run party. Wow. This is what a game. Rocket, Jose, Juan, what a crazy game. Juan Pedro, gratitud. El jonrón fuiste tú. Let's go. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go, everybody in the party. Just come outside. There's a strike. To Volpe. Listen to Yankee Stadium erupting. Oh, 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 oh. Let's go. There's a strike. 0-2. 12 of the 22 batters have reached safely for the Yankees. 10 hits, 7 home runs, 5 walks, and a hit by pitch. And the 0-2. Outside for a ball, 1-2. The score is the Yankees 13-3 over the Milwaukee Brewers. The score should be right above me, Mark, but it's 13-3. Swing and a miss. Volpe goes down. So that's just the first out of the inning in an adventurous inning for the Yankees. So Yankees 13-3. Here's Wells. Good cut, but foul. And the pitch. Wells golfs this one foul. It's 0-2 now. We're in the bottom of the third inning. It's 13-3, all Yankees. We have a couple grand slams, back-to-back home runs, back-to-back home runs. There's so many. What a great job. Malik Harris, salute. Oh, Malik, excuse me. This one's foul out of play. Tony says, check the bats. They have cork in them. The bats have cork in them. No, they got the cheat code. I put in the cheat code. I took my controller up, down, left, right, BA start, and now I hit the dunk, and they're hitting home runs. The 0-2. 1-2. Mark Smith, yes indeed, Mark. Let's go Yankees, Mr. Harris. Let's go. Thank you guys for writing in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Everyone that writes in the chat, appreciate it. Wells hits this one. And this one, it is, oh, man. Just a swing, you think the balls are going out, and that was just a cannon corn to right field. But you're so used to it. You're a rocket. I mean, I'm so used to the home run ball that I'm thinking it was going to go out. I got so excited, too. Here's Pablo Reyes. We got some bullpen action here. Peguero warming up. The pitch up high. Excuse me. Outside. 2-0. So Yankees trying to do something they haven't done it since 2007. 8 home runs in a game. And a pitch. Foul. 2-1. Mark, the score is right above me, friend. The score is above me, Mark. Just look above my head. If you look above my head, it will give you the score. Up the middle, right to the second baseman, throws in time. So the inning comes to a conclusion. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Yankees with 6 runs, 4 hits. They leave 1 on, and the Yankees up by 10. Wow, what a shot. What an inning. As I'll turn off my camera, you can see the scoreboard there. You should be able to see the score now. Yankees up 13-3. Let me know if you guys can't see the scoreboard, because I'm pretty sure from my end on my feedback, it's telling me the score. I can see the score with no issues. Yeah, you see the score right there, 13-3. All right, we got a change of inning. What a good game. I mean, wow. Yeah, this is very, very, very pleasing. And we still got 6 more innings to go, Jose. Yeah, that's the fun part about that. Wow. That's the great part about this. Yes, indeed. 6 more innings of this onslaught. Love it. That's funny. They said that Aaron Judge to Nestor Cortes did the super kick on when Shawn Michaels did the super kick on Ric Flair. I was at that WrestleMania too. That was funny. All right, here we go. We go. Wow, only the 4th inning. So the Yankees, man, they just keep adding. Let's go. All right, so it'll be Terang, Churios, Yelich, and Cortes if anyone to reach. Freed, ready to deal. Here's the left-handed deal. Outside for a ball, 1-0. Terang pops one to Ballinger in left field. 1 out. The pitch. There's a strike in the upper corner for 0-1 count. Cheerios. We call them conflé in our part of the woods. The pitch. Grounded. Oh, 8-8. Reyes into. Might be a double. Cheerios now with a double. That just ate Reyes up. Man, that was just some hot shot. That was what you call it, a hot corner. That's why the Yankees need a good third baseman. You need a good third baseman playing like it's 09 Yankees. There you go, Jose. Yeah, let's hope that they play like that. That was a strong, fun team led by Alex Rodriguez, MVP. Matsui, the hitman, Brett Garner. Here's a pitch to Yelich. Yelich fouls. Jeter, of course. Jorge Posada. You're on the mark, Teixeira. All right, Fried ready to deal to Yelich. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss quickly, 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 outs. Yeah, got him with a high fastball. Interesting. Contreras takes the ball outside, 1-0. Wilson is 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. So he's trying to go for the hat trick here. Fried is. Fried up by 10. Yankees up by 10, 13-3. And the pitch. Up high for a ball, 2-0. If you're wondering, this is going to be Max Fried's 68th pitch coming up on a 2-0 count here in the top of the fourth inning, excuse me. Yankees up by 10. The pitch, there's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 to count. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Slowly, chopper. Reyes bobbles it again. Contreras reaches on an E5. Now, here's one. Again, we talked about how third base might be a Yankee Achilles heel. That problem probably gets addressed in the trading deadline. They're hoping maybe DJ LeMahieu might be, although a lot of Yankee fans don't want to see DJ LeMahieu or Oswaldo Peraza. But I'm pretty sure a third baseman will surface itself, either Nolan Arenado. We don't know, the Yankees, what move they'll make. But the point is there'll be an upgrade at third base, but we have to tolerate this here. And this one up the middle. And Volpe had a glove on it and goes into center field. Churios gets a run. Hoskins gets an RBI single, although that should be an unearned run because both of those were Pablo inability to get a glove on that hot shot at third, but I could forgive him for that one. But the slow roller, he should have been able to field and fire and get Volpe. That just got out of the route reach of Volpe's glove. Matt Blake will have a conversation to Max Fried with 70 pitches. I mean, Max Fried's got to be able to get the victory here. I mean, if you're going to pull him here early, I know you're up by 9, but Max Fried, a lot of these are they're his defense, and the inability, of course. That's why we said the Yankees got to have their best defensive team out there because that's what you're going to get from a Max Fried type of game. These balls are going to be there a lot of balls in play, and you have to be on your toes on your defensive skill set. Inside. No, I don't think I will, Ethan. Not a fan. I tried. I watched. I said to myself I wasn't going to torture myself with that company like I did with Revolution. I don't think so. Now, if Chris wants to do it, he more than happy could do it on the channel, but I personally won't. I know he won't do it either. If here's the one, he was going to watch it, but he was not going to watch it. I think he should watch along with you guys, but I can't force anyone to do something that they don't want to do. So I wish I had someone who would like to do it. I mean, I would let them do it. And the pitch just missed. 3-0. There's a strike. Is that right on my scorecard? Here's the 3-1 pitch. Walked him. Now the bases are loaded. I got to give credit to Milwaukee. Yes, they're down by 9, and but their offense, and they haven't been so high potent where or loud or dramatic, but they put pressure on the opposing teams. Here's Ortiz. Yankees need one more out of this inning. There's a strike. And here's the issue, though. Max Fried has racked up a lot of pitches, 76 pitches. I don't know if he's going to be able to go 5+ innings to be able to be in Major League Baseball standard, pick up the victory on his first start. He might get a no decision. This one in on his hands. Blooper. This is going in, and oh, nice concentration there by Chisholm. So they get out of a jam. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. They leave the bases loaded. And the Yankees up by 9. That was a nice defensive play by Chisholm there. And nothing hit hard again. If that would have dropped in, it was well placed. Chisholm had to make a good concentrated play going back over the shoulder catch with his glove. Just think about that. Milwaukee with a guy in that ball bloops in, maybe 2 runs come in, and they're not hitting the ball hard. The Milwaukee Brewers, if they continue to play this way and get better pitching, there'll be an issue in the National League Central. But as of right now, they're down by 9. He got out of that inning. I don't know how long Max Fried is going to go. He might not get the decision. Ethan, I would, but I have the money to buy fantasy, so I'll probably go watch it somewhere else. Yeah, I got you, Ethan. I got you. Yeah, I don't have any. If they had someone who will watch along, and I'll let. But I don't know if Chris wants to do it. I know I'm not going to do it. I can't. I won't be able to do Dynasty, AEW Dynasty, personally, especially with WrestleMania coming so close. But I'll ask him. I know you're in for it if he does stream it, but I won't do it. I can't. All right, we have a change of innings. Let's see what's going on in Yankee Twitter. Also, let me check what's going on here. Our offense has our pitches back. Yes, today. Yes, today they do. And I hope for the whole season. I hope for the whole season the Yankees offense, they don't have to be, they don't have, we're not, I hope we're not expecting all these type of home runs all the time, although I'm more than happy to take it. But I hope they're just a good offense that answers back when the Yankees need runs, no matter which way, either it's if they put the pressure on in, running, stealing bases, hitting attack, all that stuff. I'm for it. Let's go. All right, what's going on with our stream here? All right, so something's wrong with the stream from. All right, something's wrong with the stream for a moment. Maybe we can't see it right now, but I always have alternatives. Let's see. What's going on with the playback. what it's. I keep forgetting about that, Ethan. I keep forgetting about that. My bad on that. But some reason something is going slow. Something's not working correctly. I don't know why. So we have a little bit of technical difficulties here. Hopefully I could sort it out. Ethan, you could still hear me there. So I'm pretty sure I'm still on the playback right now. Don't know what happened. Either my internet connection is off or something. But we got the Yankees are up. Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, cool, cool. Something with the stream is not allowing me for some reason. I can see the game. All right, I can't see the game for some reason. I'm not able to see the game, but all right. On my end, something is off. All right, we'll continue going. So I'm having a little technical difficulties, but I take your word you can see it. I can see the game. All right. So let me. As for some reason, it's not working for me on the playback, but I always got all the other alternatives if I could find. Is it worth to restart the stream and the playback? No, because if I do that, I'm simulcasting, so I won't be able to do that. But that's okay. We got a 3-2 count with one out to Chisholm, so I'll just do this. Hopefully, it fixes itself, and he walks. So we got one on, one out. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning, and here's Goldschmidt, runner on first with one out. Paul Goldschmidt. Here's the pitch to Goldschmidt, and there is a ball, 1-0. So I don't know what happened with the StreamYard, with the there's a pitch outside, 2-0. So 2-0 count for Goldschmidt, who has a homer already. And the pitch down low, 3-0 now. 3-0. Goldschmidt ahead of the count. The left-hander ready to deal the 3-0 pitch. There's a strike at the knees. 3-1 the count now. The 3-1. This one is line foul. The count runs full, 3-2. Yeah, I don't know what happened either. Again, I'm having a little bit. Let me see if you can see the game now. The 3-2 line, and there it is. Going to drop in for a base hit down the right field line into the corner. Grisham around the third. They'll hold them there. And of course, it's a double for Goldschmidt. The Yankees have second and third with one out, looking to add some more. Now, Ethan, if you let me know if you can see the game now, because right now it's just going in circles, like it's loading. All right, second and third now. We'll bring up the American League nightmare, Cody Bellinger. And the pitch. This one is hit in the gap, and it is caught. Good play. That's going to be a sacrifice fly. And now coming into score is Grisham, and the Yankees extend back to 10. So you could see it's good on your end, but not on my end. All right, that's fine. As long as you guys can see it, I'm okay with it. I have another way of watching it. You have a delay. Something's wrong. Something's wrong, but I can't reset. So Judge down low for a ball, 1-0. Yeah, we're gonna have to stick with the delay, Tony, because yeah. You just called the play before it happened. This one is hit in the air to center field. It is high. It is far. It is gone. A home run for the captain. Aaron Judge hits his second home run of the game. A 2-run shot as the Yankees pouring it on some more. 16-4. All rise. Here comes the Judge again. Wow. Our offense is mashing today. Wow. Third career 3-home run game for Aaron Judge. Wow. A solo, a granny, and a 2-run homer. Wow. Here's Chisholm. Takes a call strike. All Yankees 16-4 here on the bottom of the fourth inning. This has got to be their year. Juan Soto might not need him. As Chisholm hits this one in the air, in the infield, on the short field. Grass makes the play to Ortiz. The inning comes to a conclusion. However, Judge, wow, with a 2-run shot, and the Yankees extend their lead 16-4. No, Stanton is out. Stanton is out with the elbow issue. I don't know when he's returning right now. I wonder, everyone still sees me on YouTube. But Rocket, you're enjoying this one, huh? We're enjoying this one. This was a good Saturday afternoon. I was so close to not almost doing this game. All right, looks like they worked the kinks out. I can see it now. Commercial back in process. All right. So I was a little bit ahead of you there from the playback. So that's okay, though. Wow, what a beatdown. This is a Bronx Bombers beatdown. They're in a commercial. So while they go to commercial, I would have switched over to the MLB app to show it, but I forgot on my YouTube. And once that show a picture of the Yankee game, forget it. They'll definitely turn the stream off. So I got to keep it like way it is right now. And this is a game I wish Maria was around. Maria is a big Yankee fan and part of a big part of our channel. Who watches along with us. She would have been going crazy. And here's Fried with a pitch outside. Now, guys, are you able to see the game back or no? I don't know. There's the 1-0. This one is in the air to left field and caught by Bellinger. I believe they just got back from the ad break. All right. That's we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe that's 7 home runs. Eight home runs in 8 innings. Yeah. So they tied something they haven't done in 2007. That's the last time the Yankees hit this many home runs in a game. There's a strike. 0-1 to count. To Capra. 80 pitches for Max Fried. This might be his final inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Yeah, I don't know why this is acting funky. But we'll truck through it. Here's the 0-2. This is grounded to third. Reyes fields, throws across the diamond, and that's another wild throw. So early part here, this is the fun moment. The home runs are coming in, the hits are coming in, all that good pomp and circumstances. But what's really reeling is ugly head is the inability of the Yankees to find a third baseman right now. Pablo Reyes has made a couple of errors. Obviously, today's game, I won't be surprised if he gets pulled down to the minor leagues because I'm not impressed. The pitch. This is a line drive, and Chisholm now ate him up. Now you got another hit. So first and third now for Milwaukee. That one was a line drive. Chisholm had a glove on it. He's looking at the glove. Let's see. Yeah, that's just another error. Yankees again. That's a little bit of a concern. They're up by 12, by 14. 12, and that's their third error of the afternoon. Here's Jackson Chourio. Hopefully, the Yankees. What I want is a double play ball. Get out of this inning. Here's the pitch. This one in the air, foul, out of play. Ahead of the count, 0-1. So Yankees with 3 errors in an afternoon. 16 runs on 12 hits, 3 errors. Fried deals the pitch. There's a strike on the outside. It's 0-2 the count now. Actually, 4 errors. So they did score that an error. So it's 4 errors in the afternoon for the Yankees. 4 errors. That's not what we want to see. Is the 0-2. This was foul out of play. Still 0-2 the count. You don't want to match your errors with homers. You're right, Tony. Absolutely. The 0-2. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Bullpen action as Gomez is warming up for the Yankees. Now, I'm pretty sure this is going to be Fried's final inning, or even might be his final batter. 1-2 pitch. Just missed 2-2. You know how Aaron Boone, although his pitch count is elevated for him, 88 pitches for Max Fried, but you know how Aaron Boone, who loves to show everyone that he makes pitching changes. Hey, look at me. I make pitching changes. He's already out in the dugout on the second inning ready to change the pitcher if it's up to him. The 2-2. Foul. Still 2-2. As I don't know what happened to the playback. I can't see anything, but it is what it is. Two balls and 2 strikes, and the 2-2. This one slowly chopped. Fried throws. Nice in the dirt pickup in time. However, a run scores with 2 outs. Let's see what Buffon is doing. He's on the top of the dump. He's there with 1 knee. 11 run, an 11 run now. So Milwaukee cut it into this. I am being sarcastic. Although a base hit or another bloop, all of a sudden it starts to get a little tighter. Here's Yelich. Yelich has a couple strikeouts, swing and a miss. He walked, reach on an error, stole the base for Christian Yelich. Last time up was struck out. Fried wants to see if he could repeat that. Another strikeout here and then give 5 strong innings to the Yankees and the pitch. Outside, 1-1. And I'm going to say this, regardless of the fact, if this is Fried's final batter, because you got Wilson Contreras, the right-hander, coming up, Fried pitched okay, but his defense let him down. Here's the 1-1. 2-1 to count. I didn't see him get rocked. This is very encouraging. He didn't get rocked. His pitches were they hit to some soft contact, placing the ball, hitting at some spots where they weren't. The hard shots were at someone. They just needed to make a defensive stop. They couldn't. And Yelich rifles this one. This one's a hard hit. So I jinxed this one. So that's a pretty good shot here. Another run comes in to score, 16-6. And now here comes Buffoon. So his ass was itching to get out of that dugout to make the pitching change. So we got a pitching change. Max Fried, a little bit of disappointment. I know he's going to be disappointed going 4 2/3 innings, 94 pitches. He's given up 6 runs here, although you could question some of those with some inabilities with 5 errors. The Yankee fans know that he wasn't a bad outing, despite the fact 5 errors in a game is hard to overcome that. But here's what you have to do. You have to learn how to hunker down when your team has some defensive deficiencies and get some outs. But he did pitch okay. Wasn't the greatest, wasn't the better, one of the two. But we know there's a lot of room to improve for when it comes to Max Fried. And he will improve. So his time is up. We get a new pitcher coming in. The pitchers look a little bit like David Cone. It could. It does a little bit. Let me see if I could. No, what it's gonna want me to do is refresh the browser. I can't refresh. We're in the middle of a live stream. All right, it finally came through. Now I can finally see it. Holy crap. Yoanjis Gomez ready to pitch. To Contreras, the right-hander. Gomez steals. Swing and a miss. 0-1 to count. And the pitch. Outside for a ball. 1-1. The 1-1. There's a strike. 1-2 the count. This one is popped up at the track, at the wall, off the wall. Yelich to third, and Contreras to a long single, and it's 16-6 with 2 outs though. Now I hope these kind of pitchers that come out here they're gonna need length now for Gomez. Gomez has a big lead here. Don't mess it up. Here's Reese Hopkins. He's 1 for 3 in RBI in the fourth. First and second with 2 outs. Yankees up by 10. Gomez ready to deal the pitch. He looks at the runner. It's an awful long time. Pitch count almost was down there. There's a strike. So he just, yeah. He keeps holding the ball. I mean, he's getting close to a pitch clock violation. And the pitch. This one's slow tapper. Gomez fields, tosses, and he gets the out. So the inning comes to an end. 2 runs on 2 hits. 2 errors again. Yankees 5 errors halfway through the game. The Yankees up by 10, 16-6. In a crazy game. It's a crazy game. Crazy game, fellas. Dan, I'm with you. Dan Paulino, I'm with you. I do not like Aaron Boone. I think, I don't like the way he manages. I don't think he brings anything to the team as a manager, strategic-wise. Now, he might be a great collaborator, a great communicator. He might be a swell person. He might give you he might share with you the last piece of cheesecake in catering. He'll probably pour you some extra cocktail sauce on your shrimps. But this dude is not managerial. I mean, some of the moves he does, pitching changes, bullpen, lineup construction, in game strategic moves, when to base, hit and run, when to steal, when to pitch out. He's not the guy. I'm sorry. Watching baseball, and it's easier for me to say sitting on my tuchus at home, on armchair quarterbacking, but it's still baseball. We watch baseball. We know, sometimes you don't need to be an Aaron Buffoon to know when to send a runner, or push something, push the envelope, knowing when, or maybe, take the temperature of the game. The guy's pitching well. He's accelerating. He's got a second win pitching. He just struck out the side. He's got 6 strikeouts in a row. Why are you removing him? Certain things like that he does throughout the course of his managerial tenure as a New York Yankees for the past 8 years. You could tell it's not that great. He frustrates me. And I'm pretty sure people had their quirks with Torre as well, and Joe Girardi. I don't know, but that tiramisu in a cap looks disgusting. And tiramisu is nice, but the way they presented it. Now here's a pitch to Volpe. He takes a ball. That calls a strike. I thought he was gonna call it a ball. He called it a strike. Elvis Progrimo on. Figueroa. And the pitch down low, 1-1 to Anthony Volpe. Volpe's 1 for 3 in the afternoon. He has a 3-run homer in the third last time up. He was part of the party, the home run party. And the pitch down low. Mike, did you watch Max Fried? He didn't get rocked. His defense did 5 errors. He pitched to he didn't get nothing crushed. Everything hit hit to where there were defenders. This was a ground ball to third. The field throws across, and they just gets him. But again, you're looking at the bottom line. Did you see the game? There was 5 errors though. One, of course, he was one of those two. Through he was that ball. He gets that ground ball to him and throws it to Goldschmidt. He has the inning. Nah, now you can't bring the money thing now. It's the first game of the. It's his first game out there. Pablo Reyes is playing terribly defense at third. Swing and a miss. That was contributed 3 runs on his. If he fields the third, the hot corner third ball at third, that inning doesn't even get started, and 3 runs. That's 6 runs out of those three. Half of those runs would have been gone. Then Max Fried himself throwing the ball out to first base, and that added another run or two. So no, he didn't get rocked. Now, if he would have had a Nestor Cortes kind of outing with home runs and getting crushed, I will get with you. But everything was on the ground, and no, I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna say he was awful. I'm not. I'm not gonna sit here and throw a parade for Max Fried. But the Brewers, yeah, I get it, but still, it's there's a ball, 2-1. He pitched the contact. And the glove was there. The contact wasn't overwhelmed contact that they were hitting Max Fried. I thought he mixed well. It's just self-inflicting wounds by the team. Wells hits this one the opposite direction, and the left field is there, makes the play. Did he pitch like a ace? No, not tonight. But he pitched like a good pitcher that could get. He didn't pitch like an ace, where we think he should be an ace. But this is only start number one. He's getting acclimated to the park. He's getting acclimated to his defense. He's getting acclimated to a lot of different things. I wish he would have got the win, but at the end of the day, he's going to tell you himself he wasn't happy with that outing. It was an amazing debut. I agree with you on that. That we could agree on. It wasn't amazing. Swing and a miss. And listen, all the big time. Look, ask a Met fan if Soto had an amazing debut. To taking strike three call. It just happens. And Soto was on base and got hits prior to that last at bat. It works things out. It's a law of averages. Max Fried will be fine with the Yankees. Just miss 1 and 2. I mean, it's only game number 2, Mike. Um, enjoy the start because they're here to skid mark. But it's just there's going to be ups and flows when it comes to the Yankees. When it comes, that's 162 game season, Mike. Ebbs and flows. Right now, they're starting off 2-0, and everyone's hitting home runs. And the weather's nice in New York right now. They're feeling like they're coming from Florida with that nice warm weather. The pitch, grounded to the shortstop, fields, throws, and the inning comes to a conclusion. We'll go to the 6th. I rather have one sort of. I get it. I like the pitching. You're gonna miss Soto's hitting, yes, but you want the pitching. You want the pitching. Here's the one thing that we should all be concerned is that five errors and then no third baseman. That's my main concern, especially when you have a pitcher like Fried and that needs that you need the defense. You need the defense. But all in all, this so far so good. There's still 4 more innings left here, or 3.5. All right, we got a change of. We have a change of inning. We got Caputo in the chat. They don't have a roster that can afford a big slugger, a big slump, and they have defense is horrible. They didn't improve their defense in the offseason. They didn't improve their third base defense. They didn't improve their third base defense. They improved everywhere else except for third base. Right field is an improvement from Juan Soto, where you got Judge, who's now the center fielder, is a natural center fielder. Bellinger. Everyone could complain about Dominguez in left field. Okay, maybe. But also, you see this: they need a third baseman, where we talked about the shortstop, Volpe, Platinum Gold Glove winner, but he's on a crossroad. He's gonna have to put it again. The second baseman, Chisholm, is in his natural position. Goldschmidt is a good first baseman, and Austin Wells improve. What's going on? Salute to you there, Uptown Sports. Hector, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Judge is playing amazing today. Absolutely. And the breaking ball outside for 1-0. Don't forget, if you want to see the game, we are showing it on the playback. Join us on the playback where you watch, not just hear, the action. The pitch. Outside. 2-0. Thank you. Appreciate it. So Austin Wells is your long-term solution as leadoff. If you watch the beginning of the game, if you watch the beginning of the broadcast, we addressed that. I don't want to go back on a redundant rehash, Mike. If you want, you can always. That's one thing great about these videos. You can hit the rewind app or the beginning of the video, and it'll tell you exactly my thoughts about the leadoff position and the lineup construction on this team. One ball, one strike. Yeah, definitely send me an email when you like me to pop in, and I'll make that schedule. Definitely try to do that. Heck, and the pitch, grounded, in, fired, in time. 2-1. So one out here. Let's see what's going on. Robert, thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining us, Robert. Wanted to shout you out. Appreciate you. Welcome to the Sports Jedi Network. We do all different watch-alongs. Since you're a new member, again, of course, this has popped up. Tomorrow night, we have the Knicks take on the Portland Trailblazers from the Playback app, where you can see it. So on the link there, you're going to see my link for the Playback app, where you get to watch not just NBA basketball, UFC pay-per-views, as well as boxing, as well as professional wrestling. So we have wrestling on our Heal the Ring podcast, 2 channels on the Playback. So we have 2 channels on the Playback going strong. We definitely would love you to watch. We're going to have Monday Night Raw, 3 o'clock from the O2 Arena. That's going to be live. And the pitch. There it is, strike. Caputo says he's never going to get over losing Juan Soto. A lot of people might not get over that. You know, I wanted it. Yeah, Giants and Jets as well. Both Giants and Jets. Hopefully, by the fall season, the Playback would allow us to, or have the partnership with the NFL, where we could stream the games as well to you guys. As of right now, their partnership is with MLB and NBA. So good job then, the Turkish soccer league. But also we got the WWE going on. So yes, we'll be doing some Giants and Jet games. We always do it here on the YouTube channel anyway. But we call it like we're doing it tonight. You know, there's a ball, 2-1. You know, YouTube, it puts a lot of handcuffs and restrictions on you that don't allow you to show things or even play certain type of songs and music. So that's where the Playback comes in. The Playback or Twitch or Rumba. On Rumba, of course, on X, we show we show everything. We do everything. There's a strike. And this is a good thing because Robert, one thing we do to watch along, you're going to watch the game. So my vision or my thought process is If you're at home, I'm at home, whatever, we could have that conversation about the game. What do you like? What don't you like? I'm having a conversation with Michael Caputo, missing Soto. If I was sitting on the couch, I was talking to myself or to my dog. Dog looks at himself as he strikes out here, and the inning comes to an inning conclusion. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning, all Yankees 16-6. The dog looks at himself, licks his ass, and leaves, and then you're talking to no one. So here, when we do the watch alongs, we're gonna watch the games. Let's have that conversation. Let's have that dialogue. Let's hear from you out there, Robert. What do you think of the Yankees? What are your thoughts? Have you got Uptown Sports? Your thoughts? Hey, Hector, you still in the chat there? If you're still in the chat, Julio's supposed to give me a call. What happened to supposed to come on to Latino Sports? What happened there with Julio? I'm waiting for him. We're supposed to do covered wrestling for him on the Latino Sports. I'm running both. Usually behind on the stream. Love it. Yes. And that's good about that. I love about the playback app. You get to see things. Oh, we got a break here. And Mike is still upset. My guy Michael Caputo has been watching us for a while. Here's the good thing about Robert. We have also what's called Assist app. That it's a new application that you could synchronize my watch along with your television or your viewing experience. And it's also there in the video description. When you hit the Assist app, you put the inning. You put your information on your TV screen, and it'll take the streaming, your streaming on computer, and it'll take you to my platform, exactly the time on your television. So it's like you're watching it all. It synchronizes it immediately with your television. It loves it. You live in California, you're perfect. We got Miss Canary, who's in Sacramento area of California as well, and she's part of our channel. Does a phenomenal job there. So yeah, we're all over. We got Ethan from England, from UK, as this one's popped up. Makes the play. We got Samuel from Nigeria. So yeah, we're all over the place. Part of the channel, part of our network. Got Brooklyn in the house, of course, my partnership, Dan. We got Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So yeah, we're covered. We're covered all different parts of the country and around the world. Roseville, nice. That's cool because then if you're into professional wrestling or other sport, when we're live on the East Coast, you get to see it live with us. You don't have to wait your time zone, the 3 hours difference. You'll be ahead of the curve. And if you go on X, you're not going to get killed with the spoilers from other people, which is great. So 0-1 as this game got a little bit out of hand, but it's the 10-run lead. The 0-1. It's good to talk to the chat as this one is grounded up the middle. Terang bobbles this one, and it's a base hit. So that's an error. Actually, excuse me, an error. So that's an error on the second baseman. And that's what this is about. The very first few games, first 10 games, you're going to see a lot of errors, uncharacteristic mistakes from either teams and all that stuff. Dude, oh, man, gracious. Thank you so much. Appreciate you joining us. Not on X. I got you. I got you. A lot of people stay away from that cesspool of X because it could be a little negative at times, or it could be positive. Like right now, to me, I find it a little bit of positive because I get to communicate with a lot of other Yankee fans as well. Ground ball. Here's Gwen's the short way. So a runner will advance to second. 2 outs now. All right. Caputo says, remember that the Yankees got off to a 4-0 last season, and look what happened. I'm not buying into this. Yeah, they went to the World Series. That was a bad analogy, Mike. That was a bad analogy, Mike. Yeah, that was a bad one. Look what happened last season. They went to the World Series. If you're telling me that, if you were to ask the Yankee fan that if they were to sign up for a back-to-back World Series appearances, I think a lot of people will sign up for it and say yes. Down low, 2-0. Yes, Mike. I understand they lost in 5 games, 2-1. But I tell you what, if you're telling Yankee fans, yeah, you're going to be in the World Series next year, I think a lot of people say I like it. They didn't matter if they lost in 5 without knowing the outcome, and they say they'll take that, Mike. I understand they got humiliated, they got embarrassed. So did the 76 Yankees, and how that turned out in 77. The 2-1 swing and a miss. The Yankees were out. Where's Steve Feltlight? He could attest to this because he was a young man. Watched that World Series. I wasn't. I was just being conceived. Um, the 76, the Big Red Machines destroyed the Yankees, and then what happened the following year? 77. Just remember that. All right, we have a 3-2 count to Cody, the American League Nightmare Bellinger. Pitch. Line. There's a base hit for the Nightmare. Risham will go to third, ground and go home. Another RBI for the American League Nightmare, and he takes an extra base. He goes to second. 17-6. Yankees all over. Back up by 11. This team is lucky. Mike, we gotta bring something different with your takes. As you've been saying that same, you're copy and pasting for the past 5 years, the same quote. And they keep making the postseason. Unless if that's you putting a reverse jinx on them. Judge looking for a home, trying to tie Lou Gehrig's record. The pitch outside, 1-0. So he's trying to beat another Yankee with 4 home runs opportunity. Here we go, 1-0. History could be made. The pitch outside, 2-0. So the American League Nightmare, did Cody Rose join? No, not Cody Rose, Cody Bellinger. The pitch. This one in the air. It is going up. Back at the track at the wall. Hits the wall. He was inches from hitting his 4th home run, but it's going to be another RBI, and Judge will go to second with a double. 18-6 as Aaron Judge. Wow, he was inches away from making history. Three home runs and a double. 8 RBI day for Judge. Here's Chisholm. Chisholm swings and fouls it back. Popped up. And then it goes Souvenir. All Yankees 18-6. There's a line drive. Caught. So the inning comes to an end, but the Yankees add more runs. They're up 18-6, 2 more runs on 14 hits. 18 runs, 14 hits, but 5 errors. But we go to the 7th inning. All Yankees, all New York Yankees, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for everybody that's watching along with us. Appreciate it, of course. Of course, we got Roseville, California in the building. Love it. We got, of course, Washington Heights. We got New York Giants 1. Let's go. He's in the chat. Salute to you. Appreciate it. We got Jose Ventura, Mark Smith, Rocket, Danny Paulino as well. Appreciate you guys. Of course, Austin, Chris the Flash, always part of that. Michael Caputo. Of course, Tony. We got Ethan in the building. Tony 33. Let me get that. It's Tony 33. Let's go, Tony. And Chris Lee. Salute to you, Chris Lee. And Chris likes, this is the kind of Yankee game I love to see. I think we all love that, Chris. But we know what would be even sweeter? We do this to the Dodgers. Oh, I want to do this to the Dodgers badly. And the Red Sox. They failed to build a World Series roster in 16 years. I mean, that's why we're that we could agree with you, Mike. We wish they had a good third baseman, but it takes time. Let's see. I love the Dodgers roster now. So go. I mean, they have a chance. They have a chance. I mean, they have a chance to go win. They have a chance. They keep buying every player. I mean, when is Paul Skeene going to be available for the Dodgers to trade for? When the Pirates pull him up? All right, Brent Hedrick. Never heard of him, but he's pitching. Have you heard of this guy, guys? Left-handed Hedrick. And this is Oliver Dunn at first base. Okay, so let's see. Hendrick versus Dunn. A pitch. Now this feels like a spring training, a major league spring training game. Because my goodness. There's a pitch. 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. They can't buy the MVP judge, though. Talk to them, Chris Lee. Talk to them, Chris Lee. Talk to them. That's a great statement. I wish I could highlight. I wish I was on my YouTube on the on the StreamYard so I could highlight that one. That's right. Can't buy MVP judge, though. There you go. 1-0 now to Terang. There's a pitch. 2-0. The pitch. It's right, 2-1 to count. Hedrick ready to deal the pitch. Foul out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. This one's foul out of play. 2-2 still. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. See, Michael, you see that there with Jimmy Key, the way he pitches? That's how Max Fried pitches. Similar to Jimmy Key. So I know you're a Yankee fan that came in the dynasty era. Didn't watch too much of Jimmy Key's career, but take a look at Jimmy Key's career. That's what Max Fried is. Max Fried is kind of like a Jimmy Key type of pitcher. The way he pitches, that's exactly who he is. These birds crumble. Hit lead off back to back off today. This will be just fine. There you go. As in my glasses, I'm trying to squint. Max Fried is a ground ball pitcher. No, Jimmy Key is one of those soft. He was a contact pitcher. The in and out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 popped up. Judge back makes the play. That kind of misplayed that one, but he caught it. The inning comes to a conclusion, and the 7th inning stretch. Who is your all-time favorite Yankee? Tony, it all depends on the era. I I grew up being a Mattingly fan, Tony, but I like Willie Randolph. Willie Randolph is one of my favorite. For Willie Randolph, I have a few of them. Willie Randolph is a favorite one of mine. Don Mattingly, of course. Every kid in the Bronx in the '80s was a Don Mattingly fan. Bernie Williams, I gotta say Bernie and Mariano, but Bernie is one of my favorite all-time Yankees. I will love to have a conversation with Bernie. One of the things here, if I'm now I do podcasts and I do the watch-alongs, I would love to have an interview with Bernie Williams. That would be, to me, I don't know. It's just a pride, knowing he's Puerto Rican descendant. Just growing up a all-time Yankee, it's just, Bernie Williams will be. I gotta say Bernie and Mariano. Just the way he conducted himself was class act. Jeter, everybody likes Jeter, but everyone, that's a bandwagon. Everyone, that's an easy one. To me, it will be Bernie. I'm gonna go with Bernie. Bernie and Willie. Willie, I like to get those guys that were class over it all. Just some background. 74-year-old in Connecticut, moved to California. 79 Yankees, Rangers, Knicks. Oh, love that. We're gonna have Ranger hockey coming up. We're gonna be we do those calls too. I watch a lot of the Kings when they got there in Fox. Watched him. He was. Now, Robert, let me ask you this. Willie was fantastic. Yeah. And I know Roy Wright. I didn't see Roy Wright play. I'm pretty sure he was another one. But to me, Willie Randolph, when I see Willie Randolph from the highlights and from the way hearing him interviews and stuff, he sounds like he's another gracious, classy guy, man, like Bernie. The way they, some guys, when you just hear them talk and the way they conduct and move around, you could tell, their character, like, ooh, I'd rather be more, and I'm not, it's nothing knocking him because he might have been a better player, but I rather, to me, it was easier to root for Willie Randolph than Reggie Jackson. And there's nothing wrong with Reggie. It's just the way they conduct themselves. Yes, Reggie was very clutch, Mr. October, all that good stuff, but there was some type of arrogance where you saw Willie. He showed class. I'm not saying that Mr. October wasn't class, but there's just a different grace when it came to Willie Randolph, the way he conducted. But he was a tough SOB, though. When you see the highlights, you saw he was a tough, there was no slouch. There was no, he wasn't a soft powder puff either. He was a tough guy, but he was a gracious, and that's why, you felt that Willie rubbed off on Manley a lot, and of course, and Dave Winfield, another one. Of course, it's funny when you take a little bit of a characteristic from your teammates, and of course that's why this is an ultimate team game. He was great. Wish he was our manager. Willie Randolph, yeah. And that's why I felt bad when the Mets didn't give him a fair shake, fire him the way they fired him, and then he never got back into baseball. I would have loved to have Willie Randolph be a Yankee manager to win World Series. Definitely would have loved that. But we gave us some good times as a Yankee captain, winning some World Series as a third base coach, as a player for Willie. That's why I was hoping Bernie, some way somehow, but I don't think he'll manage or get into any baseball managerial coaching. But Bernie is just a legend. The thing with Roy Wright, he was there in the mid-'60s and things were horrible. Yeah, he was part of that CBS transition, the Yankees, when they sold it to Steinbrenner's Yankees. He stuck with the Yankees and turned into a very, very good ball player. I know it's before my time. Bernie Williams, too. Yeah, but I've heard great things about Roy Wright. Again, I didn't get to experience to see it, for have that kind of emotional impact on me. 2-0. I'm gonna be honest with you. And this is a team that didn't do nothing as a Yankee fan or Yankees. If you look at who gets forgotten in the archives of New York Yankees season, to me, I and maybe because I went to a lot of Yankee games that year, but to me, the 1988 Yankees to me was a fun, special team. They didn't make the postseason. They finished second in the American League East, but they were fun. That Yankee team in 1988 was fun. Seeing Jack Clark, Don Mattingly. You had I remember the lineup. If it's leading off was Ricky Henderson, Willie Randolph, Don Mattingly, Jack Clark, Dave Winfield bat fifth. That was a good team. That was a good offensive team. Mike Pagliarulo at third. Don Slaught was the catcher, or Rafael Santana. They were platooning the catcher. Not Don Slaught was Rafael Santana was shortstop. Wayne Tollison was the shortstop. There's a strike. Claudell Washington was your center fielder. Tony was a big Didi Gregorius. I could see where you would have liked Didi Gregorius. I like Didi was you know what? Didi did a good job for the pressure that he took on for Derek Jeter. Coming in for Derek Jeter and wasn't going to be easy. I thought Didi did a phenomenal job as a stopgap shortstop. Didi did a phenomenal job for the New York Yankees. With the shoes that he had to fill, you couldn't expect him to do anything better other than becoming a Hall of Fame player himself, but he was really good. Swing and a miss, struck out. The backup catcher, Escalera, strikes out. I don't think this kid, this is a cute story, driving Uber and all that stuff for it, but he's not going to be the backup catcher. They should have kept Jose Trevino, but it is what it is. Now Peraza's going to play. Oswaldo Peraza. I told you this guy is a triple A. He's a quadruple A player. He's too good for triple A and not good enough for the majors for Peraza. But he's going to have an opportunity to win that third base job. I remember that 80. Yeah, I'm not going to stream any more games on playback live. Anything live on StreamYard, excuse me. I don't think I'll do any more live streaming on StreamYard anymore. It's going to be playback stream live. Everything else on StreamYard will be either live, non-live showings. All my lives are on playback. There's a strike. Did you try it on your phone? Maybe it works better on the phone. Everyone tells me the phone app works better than the computer app. I have no issues with neither one. Peraza hits this one. There's a home run. Wow. 20 runs for the Yankees. A 2-run shot, and Oswaldo Peraza, 20. Another 2-run shot. Wow. I don't remember doing a watch along with so many runs. I don't remember, guys. I do not remember the Yankees getting so many runs on a watch along this much. 20 runs. 20 runs on 15 hits and 5 errors. Wow. You might want to try the iPhone because I think everyone tells me they have success with that playback app on the iPhone and they could get on with no problem. Error still's a big issue. Robert, I agree with you. Yes, you have to, and especially with Max Fried as your pitcher who's going to pitch to contact. The Yankees, they say they wanted to upgrade on their defense and their pitching. They're pitching heavy team. You're going to need better defense. And speaking of defense, here's Dominguez, who right now his defense is in question in left field. 9 home runs. So the Yankees did a franchise record with 9 home runs today. And here's a base hit for Jason Dominguez. He got in the hit party. Good to see that for Jason Dominguez. He doesn't want to feel him like he's pressing. We want him to be nice and calm and relaxed because like I said before earlier in the stream, for Jason Dominguez, I believe a lot of people are 98% of the Yankee fan base is cheering for Jason Dominguez to do really good as a player. I don't think it might be a 2% chance of people that want him to fail, but I think 98% of the Yankee fans want Dominguez to succeed and be an everyday Yankee outfielder, integral part of their offense. So I don't want him to start pressing and feel that pressure from Jason Dominguez. And it's good that he got that hit, because he's got a lot of people rooting for him. Wow. So they tied the Major League franchise record with 9 home runs by a team with the Cincinnati Reds. One more, they'll take that spot. So you got 2.5. I mean, they're gonna have one and 2/3 innings to do that. And they failed to score and run it. Well, it's not. If that was that's years before. It hasn't reared its ugly head yet. Early in 2 games, there's a strike. Grisham fouls it. 0-2. What a game! 20 runs for the New York Yankees. Mike, you're right. That's something. I'm gonna give you a fair on that statement, but we gotta wait to see it happen consistently with the 2025 Yankees before we can say that definitive statement. Not in game 2. That's a concern. I can see that's a concern for you. 1 and 2. I can see that's a concern. That I can see, Michael. That's a concern. Runners in scoring position for this team. I could give you that. Hopefully this year, that's not going to be a major concern for the Yankees. There's a ball, 2-2. Here's another concern of mine's. For when they have a chance to sweep a series, the punt lineup. Do they do a punt lineup? Every time they have a chance to sweep a series against a team, they always tend to go with a punt lineup, and why not step on the throat? There's a pay, 2 outs. We'll see if this season, how many punt lineups they put out there, and if the punt lineup is putrid. Because you could put a punt lineup out there. When I mean punt, what is that, a punt lineup? Players that normally don't get play, and when you have a chance to sweep a series, you don't go with your best. You just give, you kind of like, and you put like a lackadaisical lineup out there, and they don't win the game. They drop that game. They seem like they don't have that urgency to try to win that 3rd final game of the series. But there's times where you've seen them put a punt lineup out there and they win. They're actually more aggressive. What's going to set the tone early in the season, if they do put punt lineup and they perform and they make it a standard of, okay, we're not just a punt lineup. We're out there. We're going to battle because we're hungry. We want to play. That's a way too. You tell the punt lineup you want to play. You'll be able to play the 3rd game of a series if you produce. Maybe this year they have that killer instinct. Even if they put the punt lineup, no matter what, they go out there and win like the '98 Yankees. Cabrera hits this one in his hands, and this one right to the right fielder. All right. 2 more runs here, 20-6, another. So 9 home runs in total for the Yankees in a big afternoon, a huge afternoon for the Yankees in the Bronx, and a big one here on the Sports Jedi Network. We got new friends, we got new followers, new subscribers. We appreciate you guys. We're on our road for 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, and thank you for being a part of those possible 19,000 plus that follow us. Thank you so much. You guys are phenomenal, wonderful. Appreciate everyone. Austin says 20-6. Damn, it looks like a football score. Yeah, they both missed the extra point kicks, Austin. Both of them missed the extra point kicks. In the case of the Brewers, they were chasing for the points. They tried to go for a 2-point conversion and was stuffed. And again, the kicker missed wide right on the extra point last time up. So it's 20-6, a little football reference there as we get ready for the summer. We don't even want to think about football because that means the cold weather and the shortness of the days. We just got it. We just started spring. We got the whole warm stuff coming up, the beaches, the cruises, the nights out, the long nights, and baseball. Let's go. Yeah, so appreciate you guys. Thank you guys on there. We got almost 10,000 strong on X followers. So thank you for all those there and on X as well. And on the playback, we just started this about it's going to be close to a year. No, about 9 to 10 months on playback, and we continue to grow with leaps and bounds. 50 plus subscribers. It's totally free. You guys, like Robert, I know you're in California. If you go to the playback, you get to watch the games with us. Even if you're out of the market, you just hit on the playback. All you have to do is be a member or in the chat. Say I'm here. You're able to see the Knicks game tomorrow night. Boom, I'll get you the remainder league pass for the year. Yankee games, boom, I get to see it. If I got a Ranger game going, boom, I get to see it. If the UFC fight is on and you're on the playback, boom, you get to see it. So come on over to the playback, or anyone. That's for everyone in the chat that on YouTube or on Rumba that listens and sees and that cannot see the action. You get to see it with us there as well. Yankees all over, 20-6, man. There's a strike. Oh, Cookie Carrasco coming out for the Yankees. There's Cookie. There's Carlos Carrasco, a.k.a. Cookie Carrasco, ready to pitch. Nice. And the pitch. Down low. Good time because you can have Cookie pitch a couple innings here with the off day, so he'll be able to stay fresh and warm. So you got Bellinger, Grisham, Judge, Peraza in third, Cabrera at first, Escarada behind home plate, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. I try to go on playback on my phone, doesn't work. So then you're not probably doing it correctly. You're not doing it correctly because everyone else has no issues. This one popped up. Foul. There's a strike. Strike 3. Carrasco gets a strikeout. I know why so many people have a hard time connecting to the playback on their computer. It keeps buffering. I read up on comments. I never heard any negative things about the playback. That's just you. I have no one has told me that the playback has been bad. Everyone tells me it's a good. No, I'm not. StreamYard doesn't allow me to be on playback. And the 1-1. Check swing. Did he go? No, 2-1. You know what? Carrasco might be feeling healthy. maybe the Yankees might have got a diamond in the rough. He might, a full year with the Mets here and learning something and feels fully healthy. There's a bloop base hit. So Jake Blowers. Yeah, I stopped my scorecard 2 innings ago because it was too much dribble drabble. I ran out of space. To be honest with you, I always tell everyone, do your scorecard. I got it here, but I run out of space and dribble and scratching and all that, so I stopped it. But that's a good way for folks who say that the baseball might be a little too long, or a little too slow. You if you do a scorecard, it gets you going. It keep you entertained enough. If you're by yourself and you're watching baseball, or you say, I can't see. Well, I implore you to get the scorecard. You score things nice and it entertains you. It's like a crossword puzzle for sports geeks, in my opinion. And it gets you, if you're by yourself, it really entertains you, gets you into the game. That's why we also do the playback or the watch along so we could conversate and talk about things. We had a great conversation talking about favorite Yankees or why they're your favorite Yankees, or in your case, this one is Joe in the right field, and that's going to be dropping in all the way to the wall. Let's see if they score. It dies. He'll go to third. They're going to wave him around. The Yankees are going to play conservative. So Bowers gets a 20-7. Now they scored the extra point, and of course, RBI for Jake Blowers. And that's what we like to do, these playbacks, the watch along. So you get entertained having this conversation with other Yankee fans, fellow Yankee fans from across anywhere in the globe. I can't wait. I cannot wait to get Jerome back on. Jerome Peralta, one of our wonderful guys but he's on the Facebook app. For some reason, it didn't stream on Facebook today. It told me it was for some reason the stream key was off. But normally we'll stream on Facebook as well, and I can't wait to see Jerome back on. Jerome is a big Yankee fan, and of course the people from the Philippines. We get a lot of love from Philippines, and they watch a lot of Yankee game. Right now it's 4 a.m, so on a Sunday morning in Philippines. But when there's evening games at 7 o'clock, it's 7 a.m. in Philippines, they watch. They come in and they watch, they support, which I love. Doing this for 4 years, doing the watch alongs for 4 years with the New York Yankees. Last year we took a little bit of a big break though. We didn't do as many as games as we done years prior. Outside 2-2. But we grew a lot with a lot of the love from the Philippines. I always got to shout them out and give them the love because they were great. They were great the first 2 years, and then last year we took a little bit of break, but we weren't on the same Facebook platform as Two Outs. Michael says you missed Juan Soto on the Yankees the whole year. I thought of him; they would be there with stream games. Yeah, I know. I wanted Soto so bad. It's just the other things, had just it was a whole long thing, and I missed. I didn't appreciate the Juan Soto Yankee years. Um, I did see the World Series. I did see the American League Championship Series sitting in the couch, and it was like, man, I could have been doing a watch along on it, but it is what it is. Things happen for a good reason, Mike. Think it sucked that I missed Soto. Watching the games, I did get excited the first week that we saw against the Houston series. Remember, we did those series games. That was fun. But we had with that came growth elsewhere, where it came growth in the wrestling world. So the pitch inside 1-2. Swing and a miss. All right, here we go. Yankees have a chance to make Major League Baseball history. Everybody's happy. Boy, this would have been a game we missed Michael. We missed John Sterling because I would have loved to hear all the home run calls from John Sterling. Oh my goodness, that would have been hilarious. I compare this to when Michael Jordan left the Bulls. The Bulls were never the same. Ooh, that's a terrible comparison. I'm sorry. I mean, you're entitled. You're entitled to your comparison. Again, I'm not taking that away, but I can't compare Juan Soto and Michael Jordan relieving the Yankees to the Bulls because Soto was on the San Diego team and the San Diego Padres and the Washington Nationals. He wasn't a homegrown. That would have been, you could have done that if it was, and Judge haven't won a World Series. But if Judge would have left to another team, to Giants or Dodgers or wherever he was rumored to go to, that would have been a kind of, and not even because Judge didn't win a World Series yet. All right, here's the pitch. This one foul. Oh, Bowers is pitching, so there might be a chance the Yankees, and there's a pop up into makes the play. There's a chance the Yankees might break this record with a position player pitching. Judge is coming up, and the crowd on their feet. They feel like there might be some history here. Here's Judge against Jake Blowers. The pitch. This ball is hit into left field. It is. Oh, it's gonna stay in the ballpark. I thought he hit that one. Damn, that was close. Man, caught him off the end of the bat, had me excited. I thought they were going to break that record. Here's Chisholm. Down low, 1-0. Ooh, Chisholm got hit on the shoulder. Hit by pitch. Little scoreboard action. You got the Anaheim Angels up 1-0 on the White Sox. And that's in the top of the eighth inning. Bottom of the sixth inning in St. Louis, 4-1 Cardinals over the Twins. Top of the fourth inning in Toronto, Blue Jays 4-3 over the Baltimore Orioles. And the rest is later on. Phillies and Washington, Guardians and the Kansas City Royals, San Francisco and the Reds. And there's a ball outside, 1-0 to Volpe. Tampa hosts the Rockies. That's about to start. Miami and Pittsburgh about to start. 7:05 Texas and Boston. That series is 1-1 apiece. Mets in Houston. Mets winning yesterday. And, of course, 7:15 tonight. The rest is evening later on. 3-0 the count. There's a strike. 3-1. Yeah, I'll get that afterwards. I don't have my phone. My phone is in my bedroom right now. Kaput. I'll definitely get all that information later. I'll definitely after the stream. Although after the stream, I got a wrestling show that I got to do right afterwards, live with the guys. So I don't know. I'll definitely see it because I got to see what if they're ready. 3-2 down low. Walk. I didn't anticipate this game going this long. I thought 3 hours, 3 hour game. This right now we're looking at almost 4 hours. It is actually three. We might lose the X. We might lose X because I put that stream platform for. Hopefully not. All right, there's a ball 1-0. Yankees trying to make some history. It looks like Amazon's here. This foul out of play. The 1-1. This one's popped up in the infield and makes the play. So Jake Bauers stops the home run barrage, a non-pitcher, but we go to the ninth. All Yankees, 20-7. Yes, 20-7 in the fourth quarter. Oh man, good job for this this person on. He took a parlay. Listen to this. This guy, same game parlay. Give them a little bit of a plug, even though they're not a sponsor. This guy put $5 wagers, just a fun bet for $5 wager on. He won it on FanDuel. Aaron Judge to hit a home run, Paul Schmidt, Goldschmidt to hit a home run, Bellinger to hit a home run, Wells to hit a home run, and Volpe, a four-legged parlay for $5. I guess he won himself $5,600. So kudos for him on that parlay. Definitely, let's go. Want to give them a shout out. And you could do that on odd jam betting. So salute to them. Take a look at that. You got some arbitrage betting as well. Pretty soon I'll have a promo code for you to do on odd bad betting. Check them out. You turn $5 into $5,600 on a Saturday afternoon. Here's a line base hit. So Carrasco trying to get the final remaining outs here, but a leadoff single on here. So everyone playing. There's a dog in Yankee Stadium. I like to see that in left field. But so you have emotional support dog. All right, Dunn in. So Dunn against Carrasco. And the pitch. This one's popped up into left field. Bellinger lofting over. Bellinger underneath it. 1 out in the ninth. 2 more outs to go. So the Yankees, according to the broadcast, they never won a game by 20-7. It'll be the first time. All right. Here's Terang. There's inside for a ball. 1-0. And the pitch. This one's in the air to right field. This might be a home run. This might go back, and it is a home run. So make it 20-9. So a 2-run shot there. Carrasco gave up a 2-run shot. Bryce Terang. So the Brewers put up 9 runs themselves, but the Yankees was just out slugging. Here's a pitch. This one foul out of play to Churio. Ahead of the count with 1 out here in the 9th inning and the 1-0. Swing and a miss, quickly 0-2. Carrasco with the pitch in the outside corner, 1-2. And the 1-2. Grounded up the middle. Volpe's there. Fields throws across the diamond. 2 away. Brewers that's down to their final out of the game. So of course tomorrow's game, and then after that the Yankees are off Monday. They'll start a 3-game set versus the Diamondbacks before heading to Pittsburgh. Afternoon affair on Friday at 4:15. 3 games. Excuse me. So that would be the Pirates. Seems like that's the Pirates home opener at 4 on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the pitch inside, which is crazy because Saturday we have a Knicks game in the afternoon. So no Pirates game Saturday. Maybe Sunday we'll pick up back on Sunday. And I don't know about the weekdays where Arizona is. You have to tune in. Maybe Thursday inside. That's just hit that notification bell. So whenever we do Yankees, you get notified when we get that there. So we appreciate everyone, all the new subscribers on X, on Playback, on YouTube, on Rumba. You guys, thank you, man. It was appreciated. This has been a good afternoon for Yankee fans with all the runs, all the new faces, and some of the familiar faces that we've seen as well. This one's check swing. This might do it. Let me see. Grab. Raza Fields throws across the diamond. Not in time. So the game continues. An extra out. Collins beats that infield single. He just check swing the opposite direction. Put it where no one was at. So we extended more pitches for Carrasco, but that's good for Cookie Carrasco. He gets a little more work out there. This is the type of game you want to get Carrasco to get in a funk, a rhythm, or get in a rhythm, throwing some pitches, working, sweating a little. So because before he has to make that start for the Yankees. Here's a pitch to Hayes, and there's a strike, 0-1. And the pitch, grounded, foul. So Milwaukee down to their last strike on this Saturday afternoon here on the Sport with me, BX Sports Jedi Kev. Again, follow me on X at BX Jedi 76 or on Facebook, Sports Jedi Network. And appreciate everyone that watched along on a Saturday afternoon with me. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Just misses outside, 1-2. The remaining crowd at Yankee Stadium on their feet, ready, excited. It's going to be a good Saturday afternoon for a lot of people. Steve, salute. Almost 3 touchdowns by the Yankees. I know. They almost had 3 touchdowns. They missed the extra point kick. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3 field goals. The Yankees defense only held them to 3 field goals. The 2-2. Grounded. Volpe, Fields, throws across the diamond. Ball game over. Yankees win. The New York Yankees win. So they get this victory. They made a lot of history here with tying their home run American League MLB home run record at 9, breaking their own team record, and scoring 20 runs. So this is great job for the Yankees. This was an awesome evening, afternoon. So, guys, I appreciate everyone that watched along with us. Please follow us, like, subscribe. I hope to see you next game, and let's continue to bring this Yankee luck. Steven, great to see you. Mike, always awesome. Appreciate you, Robert. I appreciate everyone that watched along with us. Uptown Sports was in the building. Thank you, Jose Ventura, Danny, Rocket, who was rocketing some home runs there, of course. And Jose, Mark Smith. Appreciate everyone that joined us. Brett as well. Chris, the Flash, of course, Austin, and everyone that watched along there. Thank you so much, Tony33. Tony, Ethan. We're now in about another hour. I'll be back right on to do This Week in Wrestling. So appreciate everyone. Thank you again as the grind continues. Buenas noches.